Good morning. Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? Let's get Unity open. 31 days of streaming. We are streaming every single day this month. A lot of game development as we try to finish things to get it out and publish it on Steam by the end of this year. Like, ideally before Christmas. But we'll also do some other stuff. We'll play some games and we'll do some other types of variety streaming. Why not? There is a link to a calendar. Yeah, it's the pinned message. And of course, if you want to add your suggestion, I'm slowly building out the calendar as we're in the month, but I'll add a suggestion box and we'll add all kinds of stuff to it. Oh, there we go. Unity is open. Let me put, you know what? Let me put some time on the calendar as well, on the clock as well. Kind of forgot to do that. Probably do 2 hours today-ish. What's going on? Stream elements? Why is I don't have a widget anymore? Am I in the wrong account? Okay, I'm clearly logged into the wrong account. I'm slowly building out my own tooling as well, so I don't have to use Stream Elements as much. There we go. 2 hours on the clock. Let's get to game development. Chat, hopefully you guys are doing okay. If there is a chat in here. You guys are oddly quiet, but obviously I don't expect you to even realize that I'm live today, so it's okay. I totally understand. In it for the love of the game, and more than anything, in it because I need to fucking finish this game. That is the hard truth of the matter, is I need to finish this game and get it done. I'm gonna just run for a second. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I mean, you could go somewhere, but I'd appreciate it if you don't. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's get to some game development. Where were we? That's the real question. Where did we stop yesterday? Or Thursday? The last time we worked on this. Okay. Well, that's not the state that I wanted to be in. Okay. Why? Why is it toggling on? Where are we? What's happening? That's not how it's supposed to happen. What did I do? I don't even remember. I don't remember where we ended up, where we stopped working last time. Maybe I just never finished my thoughts. Okay, let's look at code, perhaps? Fix background sorting, we did that. Pause game, not audio, when opening the menu. Input handler has a set block typing. Pause the time. Input handler has a set block typing, right? Pause the timer, okay. Oh man, I don't know where I left off. I don't know why this is showing up when we start the game, when we start the scene. All the menus are opened. That doesn't seem right. Probably shouldn't be able to type words in the background either. Oh, okay. At least this works though. Settings menu canvas. Why is that showing up? Why is that turning on immediately? Get status. I am confused. Menu button handler. Toggle settings menu. If menu handler is menu menu open. We're gonna figure this out. Get button from name. Game handler. Initialize on scene start. Initialize managers. Game start ones. Okay, let's just get rid of this. If scene is 1, we do initialize managers. I mean, maybe we, for my sanity, can we do that? Level manager, word manager, input handler, okay. And then we set level and register to a bunch of events, cool. Okay, is it here? Score manager, menu handler. On start, we added this. Menu handler, find the menu handler. If menu handler is not equal null, toggle settings menu. Why would I do that? I don't even remember. Why would I do that? That doesn't make any sense, does it? Let's see, if I get rid of that, what happens? Maybe I was doing something and I completely lost my train of thought at the end of stream last week. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I would do that. Maybe that was a weird AI thing. Did I get menu handler? Earth controller, don't need. Data CS, don't need. Let's close some of these. Okay, in menu handler. Open settings menu, close settings menu, public is settings menu open. I forget what I wanted to do here. Open settings menu. Maybe I feel like I wanted an event. Shouldn't bite my nails, sorry. Not good for the teeth. Unity Coder, how you doing on this weekend? Thank you for the stream suggestions in Discord. We will definitely add some of that to the list. I wanted to do an IRL stream for a while, but I don't have the gear. I thought about taking you guys for a drive somewhere that you can't dox me, and also I don't plan on like reading chat all that much. I'd probably just yap and then maybe park and then read chat for a little bit. So I don't know how much fun it would be. But it's something to do that's a little bit different. And I am curious how to set up how to get that set up, so I might try. I mean, I think I wanted to set up an event. I think that was what I was trying to do. But what I could also do is I have an event sounds better. I was gonna put like, there isn't, I could check like an if statement, but that sounds worse. So in menu handler, let's create a public action event on menu open. I got that backwards. Public event action on menu open. We can do public event action on menu close. So I was going to just do like an if check in the update class, but that feels expensive, right? So I think it's better to throw an event when something happens. Right? And that's something that the rest of the system could also listen to for other things, because there's a couple of things that I want to do. One is to turn off the timer. The other would be to turn off the timer, stop typing, block typing from happening, and then very likely like stop the asteroids from moving or something like that. Stop the walls from moving. So there's unfortunately like a couple of places where we need to like stop animations. I wish it was as simple as just setting the time scale to 1, but when I do that, the animations in my menu stop working. So I don't know if I've painted myself into a corner with that or not, but here we are. So that's what needs to be done. In Unity Corner, I don't know if you saw the webpage that I created for the 31 days of streaming. So I'm going to add more tooling around that, but I think it's a nice little addition. Okay, so we invoke that, and then I will do here, we will create a private void handle on menu open, private void handle on menu close. Dim timer, do I do anything around that? No, I just set the opacity. I don't think I care to do that. And here we will do menu handler, on menu open, on menu close. Great. On disable. Nope. Menu handler, on menu open, on menu close. Thank you. And then here we will set increase time to false, decrease time to false. Increase time equals false, decrease time equals false. Sorry. Shit. No, we can't do that. That's gonna fuck things up. Shit. Okay, hold on. Think. Handle on level change. Private void stop timer. Okay. Increase time equals false, decrease time equals false. That I like. Increase time equals false. We could refactor some of this stuff. Stop timer. We could do stop timer here. The problem is I need a start. That's an easy method. Void start timer. I could do no, like, you know what? I could do even better. Hold on. I could be smarter. I'm being dumb. Right now I'm kind of being dumb. Stop timer. We're going to create a stop timer method and we'll do a private void start timer method. And do I not already have decrease time, increase time? Where's my update? Update method. Okay. If increase time okay. What I will do is I will return out of here. I will create a bool. Private bool timer stopped equals true. If timer stopped, return. This should be false. Timer stopped equals false. Timer stopped equals true. Stop timer. Start timer. Okay, that should work. Fingers crossed. Whatever I'm doing there. Let's see if it works. Doesn't work. Oh wait, but there's an error. Hello? I think Unity froze on me. So yesterday we played Frog Fractions, which was a lot of fun, and I realized that there's a DLC, so we'll probably pick that up again at some point. It ended very abruptly, and I don't know if that was the right ending to it. I honestly don't remember. Ending to Frog Fractions. How does it end? The game takes about 1 hour to complete. Actually, that is about right. I don't think you can lose in Frog Fractions. It's pretty funny. All right, y'all, there is a ad starting in about 30 seconds. We run ads not for me to make a whole lot of money, but it's for us to disable pre-rolls for folks. If you want to support the stream, you can consider dodging those ads by using Twitch Prime. I think Unity is frozen. No, it's not. Okay. But you could dodge ads, use your Twitch Prime, and every subscription that I get is going to add an extra day to the 31 days of streaming. So we already have one sub so far, which is going to take us into November 1st. But there will be more. Okay, I don't know why that's not working. I saw an error before, but now the error is no longer there. I imagine it has something to do with this not running and not subscribing. So let's just put a debug log to see what's happening. I imagine that's maybe what's going on. Yeah, no, that works. Okay. So why is... Okay. Interesting. Handle on menu open, handle on menu closed. Stop timer, start timer. That all makes sense. What I could assume is maybe I'm never doing this. Opening settings menu, let's just see. Closing settings menu. Oh. My legs. Okay, opening, closing, that's cool. Let me just clear this. Okay, so yeah, that's what's happening. Something is... Why are we not toggling by hitting the escape button? Close, open settings menu. If menu canvas not equal null, set active false. I think it's that. And then it's going to be here. Debug log. Oops. Yeah. On menu close. I think that's where that's supposed to be. We could get rid of that. I will likely play some games on the other days of the week. I would like to finish Celeste, and then as we get closer to the end of November, we'll play some spooky games maybe. Okay, let's test it out. Yeah, okay. Like, I wonder if you could break it. Okay, that works. Let me commit. Timer stops. An opening menu. I'm gonna also have to stop asteroids. I'm also gonna have to stop walls. Stop meter from decreasing. Boss menu. I don't know what else, but that's the plan. So let's do set block typing in my input manager, input handler. It's a bit of a nightmare to have to do all this, I think. I'm sure there's a better way. private void on start. Private menu handler. Menu handler. Menu handler, find object of type menu handler. If menu handler not equal null, do that. Private void disable on disable. Boom. Is it on start or is it just start? So let's just start on disable. No, on disable. Fuck, what did I do? Disable input, private void disable input. Block typing true. Private void on disable. That's what I wanted. Private void handle on menu open. Block typing true, block typing false. Why don't we do set block typing? Set block typing. Let's use the method that we have. And let's test that out. Okay. Why doesn't that work? Oh, why doesn't that work? Why doesn't it work? Why doesn't everything work? Anything work when you want it to work? Why, God, why? What the heck? If menu handler is not equal to null, hold on a second, what? Okay, menu handler not equal null. If block typing is true, handle on menu open, set block typing is true. Set block typing is false. Debug.log, menu open, debug.log, menu close, capital L. Okay, so that's not being called. Handle on menu open, handle on menu close, handle on menu open. These are right, menu handler. Debug.log, menu handler found. Am I registering into these things? I don't know. It's not registering. Okay. Because it says on start. It's not on start. Who the fuck made it on start? Okay, now it's gonna work. OnStart is not the method name. I say who, it was likely me. But okay. Now it seems to be working, so typing is blocked. Left sound button on submit left sound button. Oh, I see. Good. What is spacebar? What is spacebar doing? My buttons are backwards. Down is doing up is doing down. What? Oh my god, hiccup. Excuse me. I'm clicking the down button and my buttons are going up. And then spacebar. Okay. Kind of weird, but space bar closes menu. Why? And up key moves menu selector in the wrong direction. Same as down. But I did stop the typing from happening, so we can check that off. We're making progress. Block typing when menu open. Some bugs though. Git push up. I don't know why that was happening. That's so weird. Input handler, space bar. Key down, key down, key down, key down, key down, key down, key down. Get key down. Sorry, I'm not. B R S E T L U. Keypad enter. Keypad return. Sure. Up arrow. Down arrow. Left arrow. Right arrow. Why would the space close the menu? Mouse button click. Extract car from a string. Why does space close the menu? Debug.log. I'm kind of just curious. Also, I'm going to put a log and I'm going to see what exactly it was that's causing the problem. I guess the space button is acting like submit. On submit resolution, on submit. Okay. I'm a little bit tired. I don't think the coffee has really kicked in this morning. But I am happy that I'm working on the game, otherwise I'd just be struggling with this Monday morning. Just one more hour we could put in. Let's figure this out. So Input Manager has spacebar mapped as an alternate submit button, so I want to disable that. When a UI button is selected, highlighted in the event system, pressing spacebar acts like blah, blah, blah. So button hover animation is submit handler. Let's go to button hover animation. Submit handler, highlight, show highlights on submit. Go to edit, project settings, input manager, expand the submit access, find all the alt positive button fields. Okay. Edit project settings, input manager. That's in Unity. Project settings, input manager, expand accesses, submit. I have two submits. Positive button, alt. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna remove space. So enter and space. I think that will work. Is there no save? Okay, let's see if that works. Perfect. Why enter now doesn't on submit main menu background? What? I don't know. Project settings. I think I could also just do this. Return enter. Let's do that for a second. Project settings. Return enter. Okay, and then if I go back, yeah, okay, good. Because I'm handling, I don't need the event handler. I think I actually have my own code to handle those button presses, so taking them out makes sense. Block typing and fix input handling for space and return. Okay, making progress. Spacebar closes menu. Up key. Oh, fuck, I'll figure out why the up keys are not working later. I don't think I have the brain power to care about that right now. All right, ads are starting in a couple of seconds. I'm going to use that opportunity to stretch. You can do that as well. And of course, if you want to dodge ads, a great way to do that is with your Twitch Prime. I'm not going to force you to do it. Oh my gosh, but it would go a long way to support me. Probably pay for some coffee or something. I like coffee. I do like coffee. I'll be back. All right, the ad should be ending anytime now. We'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. How's everyone doing today? You guys doing all right? You guys chilling? Chat, how we doing? Okay, so now the next problem that we have, I feel like I wonder if there's a better way to manage all this. So this works. This I don't need to worry about. Oh, I need to turn off this debug log. It's going to drive me nuts. Okay, let's start it again. There's probably a better way to handle all of this, but anyways, menu, the timer stops. I'm sure you could kind of cheat it because you could like take a moment to like I don't know, you could probably cheat the game, I guess, but hello, Flannel Beer. There's nothing here that we would want to pause. I don't really care if the flickering. But here we're going to want the bar to also stop. I think that's easy enough. Ideally, the bar is also like behind the scenes, right? Wow, there's so much. There's so much to think about. Okay, let's get rid of this debug log. Let us go to the meter. Meter manager, meter controller, whatever the hell I called it, meter controller. Is there a way in Unity that I can stop all the update methods without stopping other things like the event handler and some non-update method animations? Not with timescale. No. Is there another way without timescale? Why doesn't this work for me? Button hover. It doesn't work for me because, hold on, let me see. I'm gonna try this again. If I go to menu handler, and I do what, timescale equals 0, time.timescale equals 0. Let me just try this again. Because that is like the easiest way, right? To like have the timescale just stop everything. The buttons work, but my hover animation doesn't work. That'd be so sweet. If I could just get that to work, that'd be fucking sweet. Button hover animation. Because probably the do fade and all that is... no, that sucks. It almost works, but I have a problem with the settings menu. Button hover animation. Specifically, I think the do fade in show highlight do not work because it relies on update. Is there anything that I can do to circumvent this? I think if I could get around that, that makes my pausing a lot easier. The problem that I have is, I think it's specifically just these methods. So I wonder if I could override, because this is like what, in an update? The tween happens in an update? Do flip, do fade, do play forward. It would just make my life so much easier, I think. Unity Coder, do you know? I mean, I don't know if you're paying attention. Use unscaled time for dude. Can I do that? You need to add set update true to your tween chains. Set update true. What is set update true then? What's set up true? Thank you. Makes the tween use unscaled time. Oh. I think that's easy enough. Oh my gosh, that solves, I think, most of my problems. Set updates. True. If that works, that's like fucking godlike. Then we just could go home. We could end the stream. We've solved everything. Did it work? It kind of works. Oh, did I not set, shit, hold on. Hide highlight, I forgot to do show highlight. My bad. Sets update equals true. Hey, proud by Manti? Howdy. Yo, thanks for the follow. What brings you by? How you doing? Yo, game dev. Yes, we're working on some game dev. Oh, we're doing okay. I think I found a solution to the problems that I was having with the pause screen and having these little animations show while pausing everything else. Yeah, this is awesome. I thought I was going to have to pause everything manually, and I don't have to do that. Because I figured it out. Oh, that's great. That is fantastic. I have a game idea in mind, but I can't 3D model. If you have a great idea, if you have a great game idea in mind, don't worry about the models. Just use squares and triangles and beans and capsules to prove out if your idea is really good. Get the game loop in place, get the mechanics in place, prototype it, and then if you truly do have a banger of a game idea that people like and that you like and you want to continue with, you could either then invest the time to learn how to 3D model and put the models into your game, or you could collaborate with someone who could help you with that, or you could hire someone to build it out for you based on your vision. So I wouldn't stress it too much. If you have like a great idea, just like go with it. What is this game about? I'm building a typing game that is like a little bit of a mix of like, you know, games like Typing of the Dead, but more of like a WarioWare kind of vibe with like mini games. So the goal is to, you know, type as quickly as you can. Thank you for being first. I think you are the first person really to be hanging out in here, which I appreciate. I don't usually stream on the weekend, but it is 31 days of streaming. But anyways, typing a game. You are slowly typing words with a little bit of some story kind of thrown in here. As you succeed in each mini game, it opens up to give you a little bit more of the story and some more challenging things to solve. And so this is a mini game that's like very much a meter type of a fill the meter type of game by typing fast enough. If you don't type fast enough, you will die. Right, and then there's an asteroid level. This is very much like Typing of the Dead, where you are typing to destroy the asteroids. And then there's this movement mini game, which you have to type fast, one of the antonyms fast enough to get through these gates, which I'm not always good at doing. And then we have a boss level, which kind of combines all the things together. So it's just like a bunch of like typing mini games with a little bit of a story and kind of story thrown in here. What is this? Or you could hold someone hostage. Yeah, you could kind of do that, but depending on where you live, I'm assuming you live in North America, kind of frowned upon sometimes to do that. Not gonna lie. Some people don't like that. Don't live anywhere near America. Well, there you go. So maybe you're okay with that. Tell me a little bit about the game idea that you have. I promise I will not steal it. I've been working on this game for 2 years, and so I don't even have the time to steal your idea. That's why your English is pretty bad? Well, it seems fine over here. I think you're doing okay, at least typing. Okay, so this works, which means I could kind of undo some of the shit that I've done. So let me do git add star git commit. Use unscaled time in my tweens for highlighting button selections. That was a huge find. That's going to save my ass a ton of time. But it does mean that I've kind of created a little bit of noise. So let me go to menu handler. I think the best way to do this is I'm just going to delete these actions because I don't think I need them anymore. Which is going to break some other stuff, which is fine because that will help me find the code that I can delete. So menu handler, I could get rid of all this code. So in my game, you will drive a white van looking for kids when you find... Yeah. I actually think that's a terrible game idea, honestly. Alright, I could delete all this stuff. Menu handler on start can go away as well. All of this code can go away. I don't need... Oh, stop it. I don't need... I want to make a 3D disc golf game. That sounds like a better and more fun of an idea. So, look, being realistic, you don't need like really challenging 3D models to start, right? If you're thinking about disc golf, you could use a lot of primitives to get the gameplay mechanics down and get the physics down and all of that. What's wrong with the first one? You know what's wrong. Don't be weird. You know what's wrong with the first one. And so you don't really need to... The second one, you don't really need to worry about it. Worry about the 3D graphics all too well. If you're using Unity, just use primitives. And then you could replace your primitives with more interesting models. But your disc, your frisbee, doesn't need to look like a frisbee to act like a frisbee, right? You could just use a very flattened sphere. You basically need a disc and a basket. Yeah, exactly. And you could do that all with primitives. Okay, I think I've undone everything here. Undo everything around manual pausing. I think that undoes that. It's hard to make discs fly. Not really. If you're using Unity or Godot. Probably pretty simple, honestly. Do you have any programming experience? Would be my next question. Never got the physics good. Whoa. 4 years on and off. You could probably get the physics down in Unity or Godot pretty easily. Have faith in yourself. It seems... I mean, I bet you if you look... I bet you if you look online for like scripts to make realistic Frisbee physics, you could probably find something open source or something that someone's already done to try to get the physics a little bit more realistic for like a disc. But that'd be fun. I don't know if it exists already. What do I hear? I hear something in the background. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Score manager, where is my, it's in the canvas. Meter canvas. My main thing is music, so my experience with game dev is not that good. Well, I mean, honestly, it's just about putting the reps in. Like, if you have like 4 years of on and off game, either game development or just development in general, like, I don't think it's hard to pick up. It's just a matter of like, you just got to do it, right? And you're going to fight through. It's going to be slower than someone with 10 years of experience, for example, but you just got to do it. You know, like, you'll find your limitations as you start doing it. The only way to learn is to do and to go through those reps, right? And build and start building the experience. The experience, any experiences, if you think about the experience that you have in music, the experience is by doing it and failing at it and struggling through problems, right? That's how you build those skills. You're not going to learn it by just watching videos or reading books. You're going to learn it by doing and failing and starting off and not being really good at it. And so you just got to do it. And don't expect your Frisbee golf game to sell millions of copies. Or maybe it will. Like, I don't know. But no one knows unless you actually, start working on it. You could think of like, there's lots of examples of, there's hundreds of thousands of examples of people who've tried to build something and nothing happened. And then there's some very clear examples of one or two people putting a simple game together that blows up, right? And if I look at like something like, I don't know, what is it, Schedule 5 or Schedule 4, whatever, that game that blew up a couple of months ago, the graphics and art style are unique, but there's nothing like insanely crazy about it, and the physics is not really great, and it was early access, and it probably made bank because it was just kind of like fun and unique. And so if you just got to do it. You never know. But I would bank on it mostly being not a success until you put a lot of reps in, and then you'll find that success. I think that like it's really easy to kind of get lost in like thinking that it's easy because we see the successes of like these people. But the reality is those folks who have like a lot of like mainstream success is because they've been doing it for a while. And what you're seeing looks like their first game, but it most likely isn't their first game. All right, probably the last ad break in a while. We run ads so that there's no pre-rolls for new people, like for new people coming in. And so I don't even know how to pronounce your name, so I'm not even going to try. If you want to dodge the ad, a free way to do that is through Twitch Primes. You get 1 free subscription a month, and I would say at the very least use it before you lose it. It doesn't have to be on me. It should be on someone you want to support. Give it to a small streamer because your big streamers don't really need it. Let's be real. Kai Cenat, probably doing okay without your Twitch Prime. All right, how do I get this sorted into the background? Fill meter parent. It's this guy. Menti. Yeah, that makes sense. Produced by Menti. Oh, it all makes sense now. Prod by Menti. Okay, let's figure this out. Settings, menu, canvas, order in layer. Can I put that like 2? And then we can do 1. Zero, and then I could do no. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. Fuck off! Come on. So annoying. Yeah, go for it. It's an old demo. I'm hoping to I'm trying to finish this menu system. It's not great, but as soon as I get the menu system working properly, I'm going to release a new demo. Because the old demos, it's just old. But give it a try. I appreciate it. Oh, sorry for the yawn. I'm tired. Like I said, I don't usually stream on the weekends, but it's 31 days of streaming, so we are going to stream today. Why? Why is that not hidden? I'm gonna make the menu canvas. Order and layer. Oh, there we go. Boom. Make this a 2. Let's just make sure that works across the board. It's where you're from. If you're far away from America. Okay, this works, this works, this works. What did I, now I forget what I did. Did I do this? Yeah, that kind of works, but not quite, so. Fuck. Was it this? But if I do that. This has to be 2. I'm from the land of 1,000 lakes. Unity Coder, how the fuck did you know that, buddy? Land of 1,000 lakes. Finland. I think Unity Coder's from... Oh, are you from Finland or are you from Sweden? I can't remember. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. This sorting is going to be the fucking death of me. I know a way to know where he's from. Does your country have cheap snus? I know, like, I know the word. It's tobacco, right? It's chewing tobacco. Zins. Jesus died for our sins. Okay, I think I figured it out. Oh, fuck. Oh. Yeah, no, I think I figured it out. Okay. Let's go. Nicotine pouch and snus. Is it called snus? Are different things. No. Right, I forget. Okay, I did this. We could take this out of this. Oh no. Let me. Oh no. We could figure it. We could figure this out. If I take it out of the prefab, it then is going to cause other pain for me, and I don't want to do that. Can I not just put this like at the bottom and do that? Why does it have to be so dumb? Do I have to literally put a sorting group in all of these? Come on, don't do this to me. That doesn't work either. What brand of beer do you have in Asana? Actually, I wouldn't know. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I would like to know what kind of beer you have in saunas. I want to go to Finland. I want to go to Finland and drink beer. Isn't yeah. Might be a spy. Fuck, this is driving me nuts. I need to take a piss. I'll be back. You guys keep chatting about finished stuff. This is gonna drive me absolutely freaking insane if I can't figure this out. SKB, let's just do that. Okay. Sorting, we need to figure out the sorting. Everything is sorting properly except for feeder, fill meter parent. Fill meter parent. If I move the settings canvas over to the bottom, and if I make this sort order in layer, let's say 2, doesn't do anything. Can't do that, that goes away. If I order this as a 2, okay, we're on to something. So you guys might be seeing some spam for Warpath. I haven't talked about it, but it is a sponsor for this month, and I get a couple of bucks if you sign up in it, if you install it and sign up using that link. I think even if you just install it, I think, but I don't know. We'll talk about it more. There's no stress for it today. Just put it in front of you. Okay, I think we're on to something. Oh, if I make that a 3-2, okay. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think I figured it out. I don't speak Finnish. I'm not finished. Okay, I gotta remember what I did. We moved the settings menu down. Let's put it here. This we made like 0. I think we made this 0, 2, or 1, or whatever. Order in layer 3, 2 maybe. This we made a 3. This we ordered to a title word. I think we made this a 3. That might work. We can basically say anything and you won't understand. Yeah. I mean, I could obviously use Google Translate. Right? So. You speak English because it's the only language you understand. I speak English because it's the only language you understand. Listen. I understand what you're saying. I get it. But you came into an English streamer stream, so don't complain that I speak English and don't speak Finnish. If you did not like that, you could always go to a Finnish streamer's stream. I know that they exist out there. And quite frankly, I wouldn't be offended if you did that. But I'm happy you're here, nonetheless. Okay, I want to finish this before the time runs out. I could probably use ChatGPT and I bet you it would figure it out. The question is, am I going to do that? Probably not. I'm so close. I'm so close. I feel like I'm very close to getting this to work. Oh, and if I move this to the bottom, that's what I did, I think. Jim the Dandy, how you doing, buddy? I missed it. I missed you. The Sunday crew is here. Okay, Unity Coder. Like, I'm trying to lock in here. I'm trying to get this fucking like working, and I'm losing my absolute mind. Okay. What if I then do this? Fill meter parent, meter canvas just in general. Do I have a sort order on this? Override sorting. No. Oh. Okay, I think we got it. With 3 minutes to spare, do we have it? Fuck. I thought it was working. Okay, what did I have to change to get? 1, okay. Now we got it. Now it's working. Here we go. The menu pauses the game, except for the hovers. So we did that today. And the menu covers anything that's underneath it. Look at that. Including the meter. Oh, fuck. My empty meter is now missing. Order in layer 1. Empty meter, order in layer 1, but I make this 2. There we go. Okay, I gotta just fix that. Make this a 2, make this a 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we fucking solved the problem. And I could get off stream, and I could have a pizza, and I could enjoy the rest of my day. No! It was just working! No! What? It was working. I'm gonna crash out. It was just I thought it was just working. I thought I had it working. I thought I had it working. I thought I had it all working. Okay, this works. This works. What did I do? Meter canvas is set to fill meter is sorting at layer 2. Empty meter is sorting at at layer 1. Does it matter where this is? No. This is sorting at 2. And settings menu canvas is sorting at 3. That's the crux here. That's 3. Fill meter is 2. Empty meter is 1. And this background is 2. Right? Guys? I think we fucking got it. I think we fucking got it, boys. The X is maybe going on the is okay. Fuck it, that's fine. You could barely notice it. Asteroids underneath. Walls underneath. Great. Boom. We did it. We did it. A little bit overtime, but I don't care. Right on, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me on the weekends. Usually I stream Mondays and Thursdays in the morning Eastern time. So for you Finnish folks, that's probably a little bit more in the evening. But I appreciate we are doing 31 days of streaming, and so come hang out. Mondays and Thursdays we're doing game development, and then in between there, probably more game development as I try to get this fucking game done and out and shipped. But also we'll do some other stuff in between. So please subscribe, follow, and we'll have a good time this month. Sound good? Good. Let's go find someone to raid. Let me go find someone who is Finnish. Who doesn't speak English, but speaks Finnish. Great. What do you guys think? Ads are playing everywhere. Let's see, browse. Software and game development. Language. Finnish. What is Finnish? What do you guys speak? Suomi? No, that's Swedish. Oh shit. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. That's not... Oh, well, no results found. Sorry, y'all. Amigabil. I was going to go to Cashew, but let's go to Amigabil. What the fuck is this? What am I looking at?
What is up, my man? Texas Foosballer checking in from...
All right, we'll go to a bigger channel. Let's do it. Thank you all for hanging out. I will see y'all... I don't know. When will we see y'all tomorrow? Maybe tomorrow? Absolutely tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? More game development. I think we're close to being able to release the alpha, so that's probably the goal for tomorrow. And from there, I don't know. We'll probably play some games. Thank you for hanging out. I'm out of here. Bye now. Peace.